Good afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here doing a very late video on Saturday, and I am building up the courage to release our kits on fabric. So what I have here are two samples of ones that I'm working on, just to give you an idea. I'm sorry, I've lowered my blind. I think the color looks good in the camera. I haven't turned the light on, but we are getting that stripe there, which I can't do anything about. So I hope it's not too distracting. I don't know what to put there to get rid of it, but anyway, try not to look over there. So this is one that I'm working on. I put it onto a piece of it's a new I don't even know where I got it from, toile, and just to, because this is on linen, this is printed on linen. I've started to embroider the flowers. They're not finished yet, and I've done a bit of stitching up here. I've done some applique, and this is going to eventually one day become a document style journal cover. This one I've only done my little appliques. I have a little bit of ephemera on linen. These were my first ones I got printed, because I've been testing this out for a little while, guys. I've tried a few different places. I tried one from the States, and that was quite expensive. Not that this one is cheap, but I like the quality of the fabrics better, the Italian fabrics. So this one I've done some applique. I haven't done any stitching. I'm probably going to pick up some of these flowers here, maybe down here and over here, and do some running stitch and have just a lot of fun with it. And I put that on an old piece of ticking, and they don't really have a function yet. They're not finished, but I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the things that you can do with them. So as I mentioned, I have printed on cotton. So this is not quite as heavy as a quilting cotton. It's a 125 gram cotton. It's quite nice, and it's very nice to stitch through. And so I got the kits, just a selection. I didn't print everything. That one's upside down. I'll just give you an idea. But I mean, these are going to be great to make journal covers, make them into pouches, rip them up, use them bits and pieces in your maybe I'd do it that way, use them in your slow stitching, cut out the birds and the flowers, and needle paint them, thread paint them. I can't think now, I'm sorry. I've been so overexcited about this stuff. It's been going on for quite a while. I'm just showing, that was one of our newer kits, but I did do in fact, I've got quite a few of those. And then I did do a lot of these botanicals. So, yep, there's a nice variety. I've got more coming, and I've still got to, I've done some of the vertical ones as well. So I've got more coming, and so I will slowly, build up my stock. I was just a bit tentative ordering them because I wanted to see how they printed, but I'm actually very happy with them. After comparing them to other printouts, I'm pretty happy with these, and I just wanted to show, I did a whole variety of, I did a few French Chateau. I didn't do all of them. I did mostly the botanicals, these ones. So these ones, I mean, imagine embroidering that. And this one, there's room to add things, or I think most of them I've got two. I don't have many at the moment, so I'm a bit scared to release them. So yeah, the turnaround, I could run out. I may not run out. Nobody might like them. I don't know. I may run out, or I may not run out. There's one where the bird is a little bit dark, but you know what? I would embroider that. I would embroider that bird. He's navy blue. I won't be able to find it now. He's navy blue. He's a little bit dark, but you can certainly add color to him and use the shape. So I won't show you all of the cotton. I wanted to show you the linen. So I got them printed on linen. And then the linen is more expensive, obviously. It is a truly beautiful Italian linen, and I absolutely love it. And at first, when I first got them printed, I thought, oh, I won't do the linen, but I am a linen girl. I absolutely love linen. It's like one of my most favorite things. I've got them in boxes sorted here, and this linen is to die for. So the linen is slightly, obviously, more expensive, and you obviously printing on the linen, you get a little bit less detail because of the texture of the linen, but I just love it. It makes me want to cry, guys. This has been a dream for many years. I did look into it a few years ago, and I couldn't figure it out, And my sister got onto my back recently. I'm just going to chat to you while I flip through. She got onto my back recently and really harassed me about it, and she said, you're so silly, you've sent your printer to printer heaven with all printing on fabric, and it's not permanent, and it didn't print with such great colors and everything, and you should be doing it. So I did. I took the plunge and I did it, and I've added more to my plate. Here's a few more just to give you an idea, and I'm just over the moon. And if nobody wants them, you know what, I'll slowly stitch them all up into something, and so will my mum and my sister, because my sister's got plans. I've got them packaged up for them as well. So that's those. So the journal page ones, I'm going to put them in packs of 3 and 5, because the shipping, I think with the 3 I'll be able to refund a little bit, and with the 5 it'll be the shipping that you see. Just to give you options, I may, if I build up stock, I may offer like even 10 or something at a slightly cheaper price. Of course, I've lowered the price a little bit for a multiple buy, and then of course you save a bit on shipping as well. So they'll be in packs of 3 and 5, and you choose cotton or linen, and then the quantity. It'll be clear in the listing. There's a little thing where you choose your option, and it will say set of 3 cotton, set of 3 linen, set of 5 cotton, set of 5 linen. And if you buy the 3, then I will be able to refund some of the shipping, because it's a little bit lighter, but it doesn't give me the option of putting different shipping prices on different quantities. So that's the way I thought it was best. I'm not mass producing, so obviously they're not like super cheap for me to get printed. So I'm doing my best with the pricing. Eventually, if it did take off, I might be able to, I have to print like 20 meters, and then I get a 20% discount, which obviously I would pass on to you guys. But I'm not at the point of printing 20 meters yet. So this is the price for the moment. If you see the price go down, well, you guys, also my shop is set in euro, so you will see little fluctuations in the price because the exchange rate changes. But if you see significant, like maybe €1 off more or something like that, unless your dollar's really dropped or whatever currency you have, that is because I was able to bulk buy. But I'm not mass producing, so they're more limited. They're limited in the printouts, so the price reflects that. Let me guarantee you the quality. I didn't wash and dry all of them, but I washed 1 linen and I washed 1 cotton. They came out perfect. No color change whatsoever. So that is super exciting to me, because you can use them in things that you might want to wash, and it's not limiting. They're not going to fade over time. You don't have to put any treatments on them. They are proper fabrics. And then the other thing that I did, because I love this idea, and I've got them in a box here, is I've done some ephemera, so smaller pieces of ephemera. So I'm going to have a little pack of those. I'm only offering 1 quantity at the moment because I don't have a huge amount yet. I haven't, I've only been testing it out. So I need to get more printed, but I've got some birds. Now these birds are slightly bigger. These were put on the bottom when I did the file for some of the fabric pages, because I get a little bit left over and I filled it up. And so there'll be a couple with a bigger one, but then I did a whole page, and so they're a little bit smaller. But there's all different birds, and I've done them in a size. I know they look big, but when you're embroidering, I think that you really want to be having a bit of detail, and you don't want it to be too small. But of course, if you had a page like this, you might decide to fussy cut them out and applique them there, or on this page even. I've got other things there now, so obviously they wouldn't work. But and then you can do a little bit of thread painting. You can choose little bits of, choose a color that you want to do. Like I tend to often choose, or I choose the lightest color, or I choose sometimes I would normally choose maybe the lighter color. I would start with that, and then maybe I'd choose the blue, and then just see how it looks and do some loose stitches in the direction as the feathers would go, and then decide if I wanted to do more embroidery. You could actually thread paint the whole thing if you wanted to, and it's just a really easy way to have an embroidered bird on your work without having to draw it yourself. So I've done this bird. I've done some of my favorite birds, this one, and of course I liked this one because you can embroider the greenery and have a lot of fun with that. You'll see repeats here because I printed out 2 meters of this. I've got butterflies, and butterflies, as you know, remember I outlined the one on my treasure hunt. They take a long time to embroider. So I was thinking, like, these printed butterflies, and I can't wait to play with them, is maybe, you know, choose the colors in that and embroider that. I don't know, like you don't have to do the whole thing. You can just have a play with it. So I did quite a few butterflies. I've got flowers, and I'm actually going to put together some more pages because these will be lovely just to put on and pick bits and pieces again to embroider. Not embroider the whole thing, but bits and pieces. Like this one, I would do the lighter, or I'd choose the darker color and just do that. Probably I would just do the darker color on that one and do the center and do the darker color in the leaves as well. And then that would be it. And then maybe in another one, I might do the opposite or decide to do all of it. So, you know, you can go to town with them. I love that. So just a variety of those. And I think I've got more birds. They're doubles because I've got 2 meters of that. And then the other thing I did was I have ephemera. Now the ephemera, I put together an ephemera page, my ephemera, not public, not like stuff from the internet. It's all my own personal stuff. And well, some of that's from the internet, but this is like the public domain stuff that, you know, stuff that I've used in my digital kits already. All of this ephemera is my own personal ephemera. Some of it you'll see is on linen. That's because I filled up my page with ephemera, and then some of it is on the cotton. So, and I've done a full page that I haven't had printed yet that I'll be sending off to be printed. So that will be added into this box of stuff. So this listing is going to work. You get 7 pieces. You'll get a variety. So basically I'll give you a butterfly, a flower, a bird, and then I'll give you, I might not be able to give all big pieces of that one, but I would try and do, you know, some bigger ones of these, and there'll be 7 pieces in there. So I don't know whether I might do 2 flowers. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but there'll be 7 pieces. There'll be a mix of script and a mix with the birds and the flowers and the butterflies. And that's going to be that listing. When my next printouts arrive, these ones I'm just printing on these botanical ones, I'm just printing on the cotton. I think it's perfectly fine just to have them on cotton. I do like a mix though of the scripty-doos, a mix on cotton and the linen. I like both. And on my project that I'm working on for Zoe, well, one of our 3-day thing, I have put a mix of both on, and they're looking fab. I'm really liking those. So I did put one on one of these here. I only had linen at that time when I did these, because these were my first printouts, and I put that on there. So yeah, so it's just so much fun to be had, and they are absolutely colour fast. What I would recommend is just give them a little, I mean, look at this. What fun can you have with this? And then Steffi, when I was putting my page ones, because I can't fill up the full piece of fabric, the meter by 145 with all my digitals. There's some gaps, and there was a narrow gap, so Steffi filled it up with my Foshi, and I printed that out and just chopped it up, and just so much fun. I'm just going to cry. I think I'm going to cry. My sister is beside herself. I don't even think she's sleeping. She's just so excited. She keeps ringing me and giving me, we've got so many plans for this now. We can do so many things with it. And Steffi and I are thinking we're going to design full continuous patterns. I'm getting beyond myself. It's just beyond my dreams, this thing. It's just like, because you know I am traditionally a fabric person. That's where I started. That one needs an iron. So yeah, I will try and be a good girl and iron them for you guys. Now I'm hand cutting them. I cannot use the rotary cutter. My thing gets all big things in it, and it's blunt continually, and I make a mess, and so you get hand cut from me. A couple of the first one that I did, they don't have a border around them, but I actually cut the border off. I didn't want the border. I cut it off, and then I've just stitched them onto this fabric. Now that, because this is linen too, you can see linen is a bit like this. And also the cotton is not, it's like a nice cotton, not quite as thick as I said as the quilting cotton, but it's very nice. But you may feel like you want to put it on, you're going to probably put it on something else anyway. So yeah, I liked the feel. It's been wonderful to stitch to her, I can't tell you. I'm going to go and do some more after. Oh no, I'm going out to dinner. I can't, going out with my in-laws. I'm going to have tagliatelle with ragu. So yeah, I'm just beyond excited, and I hope you guys are too. It's just amazing, and I'm thrilled that my sister pushed me to do it, because I'm really silly and slow, and then I get pipped at the post by others, and I've been sitting on it for quite a long time, quite a few years, thinking about it, and I just thought, if I didn't put them up today, I'll put them up in a month. So, but I did feel like they needed an explanation video. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on, because it's just all my excitement about it all, honestly. I just can't tell you. Yeah, have a great weekend, and I'm actually going to do a video tomorrow, work on those other journals. So we'll chat tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.